guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, hello, welcome, thank you so much for stopping by. Today's video is going to be my final 2020 project pan update. I'm pretty much going to show you guys where we're at with everything in this project. I'm going to be doing a different project pan for 2021, and I know this is already 2021 when I'm uploading this, but yeah, I figured it was still better late than never just to get you guys my final update so we can see where we are at with everything from this 2020 project. So if you guys want to see my current progress on everything and where I'm ending this project, then just keep on watching. So first off, we're going to start off with the items that have been here from the beginning, and we're going to start off with the items that I did not finish. And this first one is the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. This palette is so used and abused. I used it so much this year. So these first two shades were completely finished, so I did just pop those out. These two shades and then these three on the bottom are the only other ones in this palette with pan on it. I've made a good dent in Warm Taupe, but it's not quite hitting pan yet. And I think I'm still going to keep this in my collection. I'm not going to quite declutter it yet. I might end up decluttering it later on, but with how close these shades are right here, I do want to just get a little bit more use out of them. The darker shades I did not get too much use out of, but I did get good use out of this palette. So yeah, that's the progress on this palette. So the last item that has been in here from the beginning that I did not finish up is the ABH Sunburst Highlight. I don't know how well you can see that, but I did make really good progress on it. It just didn't get finished up. I did take this out because they are magnetic. I didn't want to keep the whole palette in my project pan drawer just for one shade. So I did put it in this little Z palette here with the two mini bronzers from Too Faced. I'm trying not to show you guys so you don't see the progress ahead of time. It's not quite finished yet, but it has really good progress on it. And I'm going to pop this back in that palette, so I'm not going to toss this out. There's still product I can use in here, but I did not get to use it up like I had hoped. So now on to the items that have been here from the beginning that are finished up completely. I have the NYX Epic Ink Eyeliner, and I don't know when I finally got this done with, but I want to say it was like around October, and this was going strong for so long. So I definitely do recommend this if you are in the market for a good drugstore eyeliner. So yeah, I'm so glad to finally have this done, but I will definitely be repurchasing this once I use up some other eyeliners in my collection. Next is the Too Faced Lip Injections Extreme, and this is the mini one, and I used it completely up. I took the little stopper out of it, and it's completely gone. There might be just like a tiny bit there on the bottom, but nothing else is really picking up on the applicator to apply to my lips. And it's nice, but it does burn a good amount. I don't mind it really. I'd rather have it burn and work than just burn and not work. And I think I noticed just a little bit of plumping, but I don't notice it to be like too extreme. But I also don't have like the smallest lips either, so I don't know. I probably wouldn't repurchase this because I don't feel like I need lip plumping. Then I also finished the e.l.f. lip oil, and this was just a very nice, comfortable lip oil to wear. I usually put this on at the start of doing my makeup in place of a lip balm and just hydrate my lips, give them a little bit of color. I do have the clear face shield for work so that I can actually still wear lip product, wear face product, and not just have so much mask me. So I was able to just wear this simple for work as well instead of putting on like a lip color and worrying about it fading. Alright, so that is everything for the items that were started off in this project. Everything else that I'm going to be talking about with my progress are roll-in items. So in total I used up 18 of my initial 20 products, which is pretty good. So for the roll-in items, the first item I used up was the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Well, the first that wasn't in the last update. You can see it's completely used up. This is such a good primer. It's supposed to be a dupe for the Tatcha Silk Canvas, which I've never tried. That is way too pricey. And for how much I like this, there's no need for me to even try the Tatcha if this is supposed to be the dupe for it. So love it. Such a good primer. The next item I used up was the Jordana lip liner, and it's pretty much flush with the top there, so I can't really draw any more on my lips. So yeah, this one's done as well. Then I used up my Maybelline Fit Me Loose powder. This year was the year of going through powders for me. again, mainly because I did primer and powder pretty much every day for work. Very good, very affordable powder. So then I used up the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. I use this as an eyeshadow primer or just as under eye concealer. I would, if I had dark circles, I would do a little bit of concealer and then just powder primer the rest of my face. I really didn't wear foundation out much this year at all. Such a good, such an affordable concealer, and I'm really happy to get this out of my collection and just work through other concealers I have. Next, I used up the Too Faced Peach Mist, and I don't know, this was being like the spray would get stuck and then I'd have to pull it up and push it, pull it up, push it down again. I would get weird like white spots on my face, so this wasn't like a consistent mist or anything. I'm glad I used it up. It smelled delicious, but the bottle itself with the spray having issues and then just the weird white dots on my face, I would not recommend this setting spray. So next is the Mary Kay Loose Setting Powder. Again, year of powder for me. I won't be repurchasing this because I don't sell Mary Kay anymore, and yeah, just that's that. Like, that's pretty much the only reason. It was a nice powder. It was very, very finely milled, and it was completely translucent. It like gave like a filtered effect to my skin. I don't know how to explain it. It was nice, but I wouldn't be repurchasing it just with the whole Mary Kay MLM kind of thing. I did not really know MLMs when I first got into Mary Kay. I did it with my friend because she was in it, and then, you know, just with everything, I was like, I'm just not going to do it anymore, and I'm not going to buy anything from them. So yeah. Next is this mini size of the Laura Mercier translucent powder. Such a good classic staple translucent powder. I would definitely recommend this on a sale or something. I just have a hard time paying high-end prices for powder, but if you had a Sephora gift card or Sephora sale, I definitely would recommend this powder. Everybody loves it for a reason. So next, I used up the Smashbox Photo Finish Hydrating Under Eye Primer. It still looks like there's a little bit in here, but I cannot squeeze anything out. I don't want to cut it and then like dig it out and then just leave it open. So I would use this just underneath my eyes, and I brought it down where I would keep my concealer, and it worked really well to give my eyeshadow pigmentation as if it was like a eyeshadow primer, but it also made the concealer and everything sit on top of my skin so nicely. I would consider repurchasing this because it was just really, really nice. It felt cooling under the eyes. I do have this on like my radar. If it ever goes on sale, I might consider picking it up, because where it's not a necessary product, I could just use under eye cream or just like really moisturize my under eyes and then just use my normal eyeshadow primer on my lower lash line to get the same kind of effect. It was nice just to have this as like a clear base for like an eyeshadow primer that also doubled as like a under eye concealer primer. So definitely recommend this if you guys are interested in it. So next, it'll be kind of a spoiler for the other item, but I did use up the Too Faced Matte Bronzer. I had just very, very little left around the edges where it wouldn't even like really pick up on a brush. I would use like a smaller brush with it and then use that for like my nose or for my eyes. But like a full face brush, I wasn't really able to get any other product out of here. And then it ended up just cracking, so like I didn't use it up fully, but I used it up where it was just very little around the edges that I could only pick up with an eyeshadow brush anyways. So now on to the items that I rolled in that weren't finished. We're gonna just start off with this bronzer because it's in the same palette and you guys already saw the little sneak peek of it. This is the Duo. I think this is the Sun Bunny. Is that what it's called? I don't know, but you've got the two different bronzer shades and they have a bit of a sheen to it where the other one was a completely matte bronzer. This one is really, really nice. I use this kind of like a blushy bronzer. Just kind of do this all over the cheek and then a little bit of highlight. There's no pan on it at all, but it is wearing down from like the top of the pan, if that makes sense. Like if the product started off like right at the top, it's down to about here. So it is indented in the pan. I don't know if you guys can tell, like right up in this corner where it's not as high up. So I'm like flattening it out, but because it is a bigger brush, I'm dipping into here. It's not like I'm just focusing on the middle like I would with like an eyeshadow where it's just showing center pan. So next item I did not use up completely, but I am going to be counting it as an empty. So I guess I should have moved this a little bit earlier, but I just wanted to show you the bronzer because that kind of sneak peeked it already. But this is the Urban Decay Heavy Metal liquid glitter eyeliner. Such a pretty color, so glittery, so pretty. It's just, it started to burn my eyes, so I think this is just a little bit too old. Next is the Benefit Ready Set Brow. I have no idea where I am at in this product, but there's still stuff coming up on the applicator, so I know I am not out of it yet. This is legit super glue for your brow, so the fact that I didn't finish this, I might have to put it to the test next to the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel just to see which holds better, if they hold about the same. So yeah. So next is the ColourPop Puppy Love Super Shock Shadow. I've made really good progress in there. Even on the side ring here, I have a little dent taken out. I'm going to keep this in my collection for a little bit longer. For now, I'm going to get a little bit more use out of it because I really like how soft but like iridescent this is as a face highlight. So then I have the Smith's Rosebud Salve, and I've made such good progress on this, but it's not quite done yet. But it's a lip balm. I wear it every day, multiple times a day. Put it on in the morning, put it on when I'm doing my makeup, put it on at night. So I'm sure this will be out of my collection pretty soon. And then lastly is the Watermelon Lip Scrub, and I did not make as much progress as I thought I would on this with using a lip scrub very frequently. But a little bit goes such a long way with this, and it's just very nice. And I don't want to overdo it and just waste sugar scrub, so I use just a little bit at a time. Still smells delicious, so still gonna keep this in my collection and still continue to use it. I just did not make as much progress as I thought. I have it pretty much right to the line where this little label starts. So we started off with it pretty much near the top, so I did make, again, good progress, but I thought I would be a lot more done with this than I am. So for my use up 20 in 2020 project pan, I ended up using up 32 products between the initial 18, and then out of the items I rolled in, I used up 14 of them. So I was able to surpass my goal of using up 20 products in this project, so I'm really happy about that. And then again, for the items I've used up or I've considered empty, you guys will be seeing that in my 2020 empties video, where I break down the price of what it costs and show you guys what my year-end total is of products I've used up. So yeah, if you guys like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button down below, and turn on the little bell notification so you guys know every single time I upload. And yeah, I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!